Good afternoon.
Do I have, oh, there's Jeff. All righty, okay. I think everyone is here. Do I have to make an announcement or anything, Peter?
Sorry, one more time.
No, Pete Coles.
Pete,
Oh.
not you, I'm sorry. Pete Coles. Yeah, I think so. And it's being recorded. So can we have a roll call?
Commissioner Bennett,
Here.
Commissioner Mastrodelli,
Here.
Commissioner Siegel.
Here.
Okay. Well, we'll have a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America,
and
to the republic for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible, with liberty and
and
justice
justice
for
for
all.
all. Okay. A little disconcerted, but all right. Okay, reading of the record. The regular scheduled minutes for January 3rd. I would make a motion to accept.
Motion seconded.
Do we need,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm all set.
Do we need a roll call?
Yeah,
Commissioner Mastrodelli,
I'm gonna abstain from voting this. I haven't had a chance to read it. I just got it. I was away today.
Commissioner Siegel,
Yes.
Commissioner Bennett.
Yes. Okay, there's public participation. I'm not quite sure how we run this. Is there anybody there? Peter Coles?
I don't see anybody logged in.
No, Peter Courier is the only person other.
Peter
I'm good, thank
Courier, you're welcome to say something. No?
I'm all
Guess
set,
not.
thanks.
Okay, okay, we'll move on. Okay, routine business. Chief, what have you got for us?
Yes, let's see, letters and communications. I have some good ones, actually. From the, I'll go that later. From Shaker Farms Country Club, Dear Chief Egloff and Department, on behalf of the Shriners Hospital for Children and Children of Westfield, and of course Santa himself and his elf, we would like to thank you for Santa's Ride to the Shriners annual Breakfast with Santa event. Santa's Ride is the most exciting part of the event. Children and parents alike marvel at Santa coming straight from the North Pole with sirens blaring to visit the good little boys and girls. The parents as well as the children get chills as they watch the fire truck drive up. The children had fun with Santa, made holiday crafts, and had their delicious breakfast. The Shriners clowns were here to make balloons of all shapes and sizes. Bikes and toys were raffled to the benefit of the Shriners Hospital for Children. And Westfield High School's National Honor Society helped with the crafts. Most of all, thanks for coming together with our community and helping young patients receive the finest orthopedic care possible from the Shriners Hospital for Children. The Shriners Hospital was thrilled with the donation we were able to make from this event, and we appreciate all that you do throughout the year to help our community. Thanks again for help at the last minute. Hope that you like the treats we sent over. That's from Nancy Kotowitz, and she's the owner of Shaker Farms Country Club.
Nice.
This is from the Westfield Food Pantry. Westfield Fire Department, we received gifts in the amount of $935 from donors at your recent charity hockey game. As the deputy director, I would like to personally thank you for making our work possible. Your kindness supports the gift of food and assistance to local families at risk of hunger. Our current and future success in helping Westfield families is enabled by the continued generosity of supporters like you. In the coming year, the Westfield Food Pantry plans to mobilize our food truck in local neighborhoods expand our referral program, and increase community outreach. We will keep you updated on the exciting progress. With deep gratitude, Elizabeth Eastman, Deputy Director of the Westfield Food Pantry.
Nice.
This is from the Agawam Fire Department, Chief Alan Soroy. Chief Egloff, I wanted to make you aware of the professionalism and dedication of one of your members exhibited while off duty. On January 13th, 2022, firefighter paramedic Sean Major, along with two other off-duty firefighters, performed CPR on a man that went into cardiac arrest while playing hockey. Thanks to the quick actions of Kevin, as well as Captain Kevin McDonald of Holyoke Fire and Bob LaFrance of my department, and the man is alive today. Their willingness to act reflects positively on your department, and Sean should be commended. Please thank Sean Major for his assistance in this difficult situation. Respectfully, Alan Soroy, Fire Chief, Agawam Fire Department. I'll have more to say on that in a little bit.
Great.
I have a letter here from a resident, and he has given me permission to read his email. I'm going to leave a few things out just for different sakes, privacy. My name is Dan Whalen. I am a Westfield resident, and I just wanted to express my gratitude to the Westfield Fire Department for the assistance they rendered my wife and I on the 9th of January 8th. My wife and I were traveling south on Pleasant Street. As we proceeded through the green light at the corner of West Silver Street and South Maple Street, we were struck broadside by a young man who ran the red light. Our car traveled roughly 30 feet through a chain link fence and came to rest next to Abner Gibbs School. Both the Westfield Fire Department and the Westfield Police Department were on scene in mere minutes. When the Westfield Fire Department arrived, our car was entangled in a chain link fence. The driver's door was crushed and inoperative, and both my wife and I sustained injuries. Within what seemed like 5 to 10 minutes, Westfield Fire Department has disentangled our car from the fence, entered the vehicle, assessed our injuries, placed my wife in a cervical collar, and whisked her off to Noble ER. I was trapped between the car's center console and the demolished driver's side door. I suggested I might be able to get out of the passenger side, but I was instructed not to move. Within seconds, the driver's door was pried open. I'm not sure how or what tool was used, but the door simply popped and I was able to exit the vehicle. I had sustained a broken bone and was taken by ambulance to the Bay State Trauma Center. Both my wife and I are expected to recover fully. I cannot tell you how impressed I was with the deliberate speed and efficiency with which your firefighters performed in such a chaotic and dire situation. I wish I could remember the names of those firefighters who assisted us. Please relay our thanks to all involved. I'm sure you are not surprised by the performance of your firefighters that evening. Moreover, I suspect you are fully aware of what a privilege it is to lead such men and women during such trying times as these. Take good care, respectfully, Dan Whalen. And then I wrote back to Mr. Whalen. I said, hello, Mr. Whalen. First, I want to wish you and your wife a speedy recovery. I am glad that you had a very good encounter with our men and women during a very bad experience for you. This is the norm for our organization. Even though this is what we do, many of our members feel that being able to do the job is enough recognition for them. I disagree. Emails such as this one give recognition where recognition is due. Thank you for your kind words. The members who were on your call were Engine Company, Captain Paramedic Christopher King, Firefighter Paramedic Phil Prouty, Firefighter Basic Brian McEwen, Ambulance Med 30 who treated and transported you, Firefighter Paramedic Christopher Brown, and Firefighter Paramedic Jacob Conway. Ambulance Med 40 who treated and transported your wife, Firefighter Paramedic Tyler Garfield, and Firefighter Basic Colin Burns. I will print out this email and put it in the members' personnel files, and we'll also read it at our next fire commission meeting if that is okay with you. I have also CC'd our EMS superintendent and the group's deputy chief onto this email so that he can share it with the rest of the group. Yours in public safety, Patrick. And
Great.
he said, hello, Chief Egloff. Yes, please share my email with whomever you wish. I think all Westfield residents should know they are in such capable hands in a crisis. All the best, Dan Whalen.
That's nice.
So those are my letters and communications. If you want to move to 6.
I got a question, Chief.
Absolutely.
Do you post those on the board in the headquarters or?
Well, I share them with the deputy chief and on board. There's a few things in the email that I didn't read just because of privacy concerns, and posting them would violate that. So I give it to the deputies, and the deputies go and convey it to their groups.
The only reason I said that is because some people are on vacation and everything, and when he's talking to them about it, they may not see it.
Mhm.
Probably you could redact some of the privacy parts of it.
I'll take note of that. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Commissioner.
It's a good idea. Okay, moving on. The status of the key areas of the department, Chief?
Yes, department promotional lists. After last meeting, I checked in with civil service. The deputy chief exam was postponed from last year, and
Right.
it will happen this May. I contacted civil service, and it has been opened up to the privates, as you folks had voted on last month. The exam has been posted at all stations, and the public safety eligibility form has also been updated. Pat Breton did that a few weeks ago. Both forms have been updated and uploaded to NeoGov.
Good.
Organizational status. Anybody have any questions on that?
No?
Organization. What's that?
Documents been posted in the headquarters?
That is correct. Yep. Organizational status. We still have 2 openings that we are unable to fill per personnel and law. COVID is starting to wane. I check the numbers every single day, and the trend is it's coming down. That being said, if there is any public here, I would say that everybody still needs to be diligent. You still wear your masks where you're told to wear your masks. Use hand sanitizer and take care of yourselves and your family. Keep everybody safe and healthy. So, but the numbers are definitely coming down.
That's great news.
Yes. We have 2 members who are currently IOD, one of which has been long-term, and we have 1 person out, FMLA. Long-term status is unknown, and I have to refer that to personnel if you have any questions on that. I have received 3 firefighter progress reports, 1 for Tyler Garfield, 1 for Nicholas Hope, and 1 for Timothy Gaviloff. These are all for the 5-month, and Garfield is for his 10-month reviews. They're all meeting the expected performance standards. Hope has just started paramedic school in November, and Gavrilov is coming to an end of his training and should test out this spring. Garfield came to us as a paramedic. So both Hope and Gavrilov, they'll be, this was their 5-month, and we'll be looking for a 10-month on them also. But so far, everybody's looking good for those folks. We have a few more. We did a lot of hiring this year. We have a few more that I'll be getting probably within the next month or 2 that I'll relay back to you. I was contacted by Chris D'Angelo, who is the firefighter that was looking for a transfer, who asked for an update on the potential transfer. And I told him that we were currently in a holding pattern and that we are hoping to know soon, but that has changed with a current resignation that we'll talk about in a little bit. I have contacted his fire chief, and they will be having their meeting towards the end of the month. But after a conversation with the fire chief today, preliminarily right now, it appears that Holyoke may not let him go. I anticipate that our request will be turned down by their fire commission. So, but as of right now, there is still some hope. We have about 2 weeks before their meeting, but once their meeting happens, if they don't let them go, we'll have to go look at hiring somebody. I've already received the okay to hire through all the proper channels to hire a paramedic. I'm hoping to hire Chris D'Angelo, but if not, we'll have to call for another requisition. It's a wait and see it right now. Yeah. I want to recognize Sean Major for his heroics during a hockey game where he and other off-duty firefighters noticed the person become unconscious and provided CPR and defibrillator, saving the person's life. There will be a ceremony at 1:00 on February 16th, 2022 in West Springfield Mayor's office, where he will be recognized with a citation. I have forwarded that information to the three of you and to Mayor McCabe. It is a really good story. I mean, I think everybody here knows what Sean has gone through in his life, losing his brother and what his mother has done by going and putting defibrillators all over the place throughout our city. And it's actually come full circle with Sean being where he was, his calling in life and saving a human life. It is, I'm extremely proud of Sean Major and all the men and women of the Westfield Fire Department. Sean and I have had conversations. He told me, he said, Chief, I'm just doing my job. And that's what I hear from everybody when something like this happens. He was doing his job, but instead of some people going and looking the other way or not doing the right thing, he didn't hesitate. He did exactly what anybody would do in this situation. And I'm extremely proud.
I think he went above and beyond. A lot of people wouldn't have done that, Chief.
That's right.
And yeah.
And
That's
I'd
amazing.
like to add, if I may, Chairman, I've received many phone calls. I'm involved quite a bit with the hockey, hopefully adult and some of the upcoming young people that are coming up. And I received many phone calls in regards to this. And that man operated without a flaw. He was on his way out of that rink when it was happening. And without hesitation, he threw himself into service. So that's what it's all about. And I'm glad they're recognizing him in their community. So.
That's excellent. Please extend our thanks to him.
Absolutely. I absolutely will. And if you have a chance to go to the ceremony, you have that information.
Is it open to the public or will it be open to us?
I think it's going to be open to you. I received the information from the West Springfield fire chief, who I told I was going to go and give it to the fire commission. I'm not sure about anybody else, if the general public is going to be involved, but I did say that I was going to be forwarding the information and that to possibly expect you. And so,
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
Acquisition of the 2022 apparatus, equipment, and security. Last month, I informed you that I wrote a letter to Mayor McCabe requesting funding for fire equipment and securing our buildings. After having a conversation with him and sending him letters on both, he has approved both, and it was presented to the city council, the last city council meeting, I believe last Thursday, and it was sent to the finance committee. So we'll be talking to the finance committee about these two requests in which it was done with this current mayor, and he understands what we're looking for and what we're trying to do. So I appreciate that from Mayor McCabe, and I look forward on moving forward and talking about funding for a new fire apparatus in our budget for fiscal year 2023, which starts July 1st.
Okay,
Which leads me into the budget process. The fiscal year 2023 budget process update. I met with the mayor, at the time, the mayor-elect, to discuss a path going forward. Once he was a mayor, he told all department heads to level fund our budgets with contractually obligated raises with those. So we level funded them, but in the budget, we gave contractually obligated from prior years, whatever it was. The next steps will entail sitting down with the mayor and the auditor and going over wants and needs of the fire department. And then contract negotiations will start towards the end of February, which may affect the budget process. So I'll keep you all updated on how the budget is going as we go. Any questions?
Nope.
very good.
Grant processes. I went in front of the finance committee on Monday, January 31st, which was a week ago today, and to talk about the Mass Department of Fire Services fiscal year 22 firefighter safety equipment grant program, where I wanted to get an extra pair of gloves and a Nomex hood for each fire department member, and the purchase of an SCBA fit tester that would allow us to make sure that everyone was using the correct mask every year. And it is also required under NFPA guidelines and NIOSH, I believe. And then last Thursday, the grant passed the city council vote on February 3rd. So we were, I originally wrote the grant for a little over $20,000. We received almost $18,000, and I will be purchasing those once the contracts are signed by the mayor. I'll be purchasing all of that, and I think it's a little over $2,000 will be coming out of the existing fire department operating budget out of supply. It was a very competitive. Normally, like last year, whatever you wrote the grant for is what you got. But this year they changed the process and it made it more like FEMA's grants, where it's very competitive, and some people got more and some people got less than us. So I'm happy with what we got. The money allows me to do things that my budget doesn't allow. And then lastly, an update on the annual report. I have received the letters from the commission. They are being put into the same format so that it all looks the same. And the finishing touches are being done. And my hope is to present it to the commission at our next meeting in March.
Good. Very good. Anything else?
No, we're ready to go to number 7.
Okay. Potential transfer for a paramedic fire from the local fire department to Westfield Fire.
Yeah, I hit that.
We kind of discussed that already.
We did. And I'll talk about it a little bit more. So after I talked to his chief, I guess after we had our little hiccup, he had other people that have transferred, and he's not really looking at any transfers in the future. But I made a phone call to Chris D'Angelo today, had a conversation with him, and he is going to go talk to his chief, and we'll see what happens. So as of right now, we're in limbo with him. And when we talk about new business on number 8, you'll understand why we have an opening in the first place.
Yeah.
Chief, if I may ask, if that doesn't happen, I believe the new list has come out or it's ready to come out.
It's not out yet. And what's going to happen is the new list is actually because of COVID, they gave the test 2 years in a row. Generally, the test is given every 2 years. And then this year they gave the test this year, and last year they gave it subsequent years. Just because of COVID, what they're going to do is they're going to merge these 2 tests. So the list is going to be merged. So we'll have a lot more people, but like we found, before, the old list is very sparse on paramedics, and we're hoping that the new list has more paramedics on it this side of Worcester, because the last time we ran out of paramedics very quickly. I mean, we have like 6 people right now in paramedic school because we had to hire basic EMTs, but we have, like I said, we have 6 people and the process is long. It's about, a year and a half to 2 years to get your paramedic. So we're hoping for paramedics, but we haven't received the date yet on that. And to go on to that question, we still haven't received the captain's marks either. The captain's marks haven't been received yet. Those should be coming out too, but we don't have an opening right now anyways, but
Okay.
Good. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, so we should move on to new business. If you're all set with the old business, chief?
I am.
Okay. May I have a motion to accept Jacob Conway's resignation?
So moved.
I'll second. Roll call?
Any discussion?
Ready for roll call?
Do you have the letter in hand right now, chief, or have you seen it, or?
Oh yeah, no, it was given to me. Yep. And it's already been sent to personnel.
And without prejudice?
Without prejudice for personal reasons.
Because I haven't seen the thing. Okay, I'm satisfied. Yep, as long as you got it.
Commissioner Mascarelli?
Yes.
Mr. Siegel?
Yes.
And Commissioner Bennett?
Yes. Okay. Okay, my term is up. Vote to elect a fire commission chair. We should be doing this every year. So,
This time I'd like to move that C. Lee Bennett be appointed chair of the Fire Commission. Before she can say anything to get away with it.
I will second that, but I want to make in discussion.
Well, once you have a second, you can have discussion, Albert.
That's what I said after the. I second it.
Okay, so is there any discussion on the issue?
Yes, I believe last year it was sort of put out to us that it had to be rotated. Is that true?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry, Albert.
I believe last year it was put out that it had to be rotated every year. I'm not looking for it. I don't want the chairmanship. That's fine.
No, I don't think it has to be rotated, but we should vote on it every year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's
that was the terminology used. Okay.
okay.
Yep. I move that we vote.
Okay. Pat Breton?
Commissioner Mascarelli?
Yes.
Commissioner Siegel?
Oh, yes.
Bennett?
Thanks a lot, folks. I guess yes.
You do a good job, Lee.
No good deed goes unpunished. Okay.
I have that tattooed across my forehead.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's it. Thank you, everyone. And I think we can make a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
I will second.
Very good.
When's the next meeting? Same?
Same time, same space. Well, I think
Right.
before we close for the next meeting, I don't know what the status will be, Albert. So if it's still Zoom, it's Zoom. If it isn't, we'll.
I mean, the date, what's the date?
Oh, it would be the first Monday in March.
Monday is 7th. So that should be reflected in the minutes.
Yes. March 7th. Whether or not it will, what time it will be dependent on whether or not it's,
It'll be your call, actually.
yeah. It'll be a Zoom or in person, okay?
Good, very good.
Very good. Thank
Okay,
you.
Yep,
Roll
call?
roll call
Oh,
to
we gotta have a
adjourn?
roll call.
Commissioner Mascargelli?
yes.
Commissioner Siegel?
Yes.
Commissioner Bennett?
Yes.
Did a good job last year.
Yeah.